सो गुड आफ्टरनून गेमर्स, इस शो बॉय SID001 आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है प्रो गेमर्स से रीना में दोस्तों। इसके साथ में वॉक थ्रू 26 में आपका बहुत स्वागत है। मैं वॉक थ्रू 26 कंप्लीट करने जा रहा हूँ आज भी मैं 1 घंटा ब्रॉडकास्ट करने वाला हूँ मेरा गेम प्ले। एक्चुअली मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ कि ये गेम मैं बहुत जल्द से जल्द कंप्लीट करूँ, बट हो नहीं रहा है। अरे आंटी को क्या बोलूँ? Who put you up in the...
What devil put you up to all this deception?
हाँ, इसको तो पता था कि वो बंदा मर गया है करके, लेकिन इसने बताया नहीं था।
Pretty answer for an ugly lie.
नहीं, इसकी तो गलती है ही। अरे यार, ये दोनों को क्या गेम बजाना पड़ेगा मेरे को शायद तक। ओ चल चल तू जा, इच्छा का बात तू जा। ओके, बहुत लंबा जाना है, घोड़े की जरूरत पड़ेगी मुझे। अपना घोड़ा भी एकदम कोबरा वाला है, फुल हड्डी बुड्डी का टैटू बनाया घोड़े के ऊपर, देख सकते हो। देखो, मैं थोड़ा सा गेम का मेरा ब्राइटनेस बढ़ाया है। मुझे बहुत दिक्कत हो रही थी गेम खेलने के लिए, और खेल ही नहीं पा रहा था। और जो अभी मैं मेरे सोनी की जो छोटी स्क्रीन है उसके ऊपर खेलते बैठा हूँ, बट स्टिल गेम बहुत अच्छा बनाया है। एनवायरनमेंट के ऊपर जो काम करता है ना यार यूबीसॉफ्ट, ज़बरदस्त मज़ा आ जाता है। और पता नहीं कितने दिन तक खेलना है मुझे ये गेम। ये हालांकि मैं PlayStation 5 परचेस करने के बाद उसमें भी खेलने वाला हूँ, बिकॉज तभी ज़्यादा मज़ा आएगा मुझे। ओहो, ये किसके तो अंडर ऑलरेडी है ये एरिया। चल हट हट जाए लड़ूचा। चलो दिख गया, जाते वहाँ पे। तो किसको तो मारने बिरने का सीन है क्या? नहीं, कोई तो है इधर। ये क्या आइटम है?
Hello, Eivor. Is that you?
तेरे से बाद में बात करता हूँ, पहला पैसा वैसा उठा लूँ। बहुत कुछ है इधर, और पैसे की बहुत कमी है गेम में मेरे पास।
Eivor, what a pleasant surprise. Would you drink with me?
Unbald.
Come, sit. Stay with me a while and contemplate the view.
ओह, क्या फाड़ू हुए यार।
Let's have a drink to the memory of your father.
Here we go, sailing among the leaves of green.
Do not gorge on grief, nor give in to sadness, but let your aching love light the mead of your eyes and lead you to
मैं इतना Assassin's Creed खेला हूँ, लेकिन ईवोर की आवाज़ मेरे को इतनी ज़्यादा पसंद आई है ना सारे इसमें से। हैवी है, एक मर्दानी आवाज़ बताई है गेम में ईवोर की, पावरफुल एकदम। Means he has a lot of confidence in himself.
He had a large heart and a love for his people. I think I would have liked him too.
He and I used to wander up this way all the time. He would take me hunting, and I would catch the most wretched little things if I caught anything at all. I was a rubbish hunter. But he always said he was proud. Each and every time.
A toast. To this great land that bore you. It was here long before your father, and it'll be here long after he's gone.
एकदम परफेक्ट बोला।
Skål.
इसकी मदद भी करनी है, ढूंढ के निकालना है किसने इसके बाप को मारने का ट्राई किया था।
Oh, my Swanborough loves that one. She has a great sense of humor, my lady love. Father would have liked her.
Right. Your Dane lady love. She sounds lovely. Too lovely to be real.
You know what? We should visit her. We should go to Grimsby. Yes, there's no time to lose.
After you.
वो दादा इसके साथ जाने का है लड़की को मिलने को।
Nothing like drinking and riding to jostle your troubles away.
And the contents of your gut.
Now come and enjoy the splendor of my shire.
You Saxons and your tiny splendor. You've never seen mountains, have you? Or deep fjords, like a giant's axe wound. Or towering falls that steam in the dead of winter. Snow sparkling like a blanket of jewels. That is splendor.
Well, if your homeland is so splendorful, why come to England at all?
You can't grow crops on a blanket of jewels.
ये तो बराबर बात है।
Very true.
तुम खेती नहीं कर सकते स्नो की जगह पे।
Does take the breath away.
Quite so, quite so. I love this land, and should I follow my father's footsteps, I shall do my solemn duty to protect it. I know many think me foolish and inexperienced, but I would ask that they judge me by my future hopes, not my past reputation. If I am given sway over this land and show myself to be a poor leader, shame me, punish me, of course, but give me that chance. My God, I just want to have that chance.
What was that?
Birds, Eivor! Has no one told them today is a day of grief?
Quiet.
कुछ तो लोचा है। वो कौन है?
Stop here. Something isn't right. I'll find the trouble before it finds us. Oi! Stay down. Close.
ओ तेरी, वो देखो सामने इनकी बहन का पकौड़ा।
Get the heathen dog! Now!
मार। ये देखो इधर किधर तो छुप के बैठा है, दिख रहा क्यों नहीं है? वहां पर भी है। ये इसका ही गेम बजाने के लिए बैठे हैं सब लोग, इतना शोरूम है। और कोई, ए देखो उधर एक दिखा। इसका कोई तो गेम बजाने के लिए बैठा है भाई।
I'm over here.
That's twice they've tried to kill you, Hunwald.
And twice failed.
We had luck. But if you're not more careful, they will succeed. Someone in Mercia wants you dead. And they'll kill anyone in the way to see it done.
Yes, including my dear Swanborough, my lady love. Come, let us hurry away.
I'm serious, Hunwald. Are you hearing me?
Plain and clear. Follow me.
Hunwald, are you sure this place is safe?
The safest spot in the Shire, yes. Here I am with a chance to be Alderman, but I have yet to prove myself worthy. To you, to the Shire, to her. I can do nothing without my darling lady. You've made me realize how much I've neglected her through this fatal stupor of mine.
This
Hey.
I see for myself.
भाई किसका घोड़ा है ये, परेशान कर रहा है। ओ ये का लेकर आ गया। यहाँ पर देखना पड़ेगा। वो जो लड़की की बात कर रहा है वो लड़की यही, मेरे को तो ऐसा लगता है वो लड़की को इसका मर्डर करने का रहेगा। देखते। ओ दादा किधर यार, ये तेरी माँ का।
Oh, thank the heavens! There she is.
वेयर शी इज, दिख रही नहीं है। दिख गई। दिख गई। ओ तेरी ट्रिपल एक्सेल।
Hunwald, I thought for sure you'd be dead. Why didn't you send word?
It has been far too long, my little jewel. I'm so very sorry for that.
I'm fine, my love. I wilted without you, but still I grow. And who is this?
Ah, yes. I am proud to present Eivor of the Raven clan.
Hello, Eivor. Pleasure to meet you.
You really have been courting a Dane. It's a side of you I didn't expect.
People say we're an odd couple. I do not care much what people say.
As every boat needs an anchor, every man needs his Swanborough. The light of my life. Eivor has been my champion as I stake my claim in Lincolnshire. But I'm afraid it hasn't gone as well as I'd hoped.
What's happened?
My father is dead. Died of a cruel disease, apparently. Then shunted off to a cellar for burial.
Oh, my love, I'm sorry.
And someone in your shire wants to make sure Hunwald follows his father to the grave.
Let them try. I'll cut their throats.
A shire moot will soon be held.
नहीं,
Hunwald should
ये
stay
नहीं
here,
है।
out of sight,
मेरे
till
को
he can attend.
वो दो थे ना,
What if I left it all
क्रिस्ट
behind?
और
Forget my
वो
father's seat.
वॉरियर,
What if I
वो
stayed
दोनों में
here
से
with
कोई
you?
एक रह सकता है।
Just the two of us.
Hunwald, no. The Shire must be led with courage and heart. Follow in your father's footsteps and lead the Shire as he did.
Whatever strength you lack, you have in Swanborough. Heed her advice.
Yes. If anyone can lift my spirits in time for the Shire moot, it's you, my dear.
Come inside and rest your bumbling bones, love. Be well, Eivor, and thank you.
अरे दादा मेरे को तो अंदर बुलाओ चाय
Keep
पिलाने को।
watch over that one. Men have come for him more than once.
My blade will keep him safe.
I don't doubt it.
ओके ए चलो एक मिस्ट्री पॉइंट मिल गई। स्किल डाल लेता हूँ। ये पैनल भी तो जल्दी नहीं खुलता। ओके लेट्स गो टू क्वेस्ट। क्वेस्ट में जाएंगे, नई क्वेस्ट ऐड करेंगे, फिर वर्ल्ड में जाएंगे, यहाँ पर जाना है। ओके ठीक है। तो घोड़ा अपने को लेकर जाएगा बराबर। चल तू जाएला, मेरा पीछा कर रहा था कब से साला। इधर से ही सबको मारते मारते आए थे, भयंकर जगह थी। कौन बड़बड़ रहा है यहाँ पर? कुछ स्टोरी समझ में नहीं है, इतना घूम के काहे को आया मेरा घोड़ा? क्या पता मूड आया रहेगा उसका। और प्ले स्टेशन 5 में क्या गेम चलता रहेगा, ये ज़बरदस्त एकदम यार, मज़ा आता रहेगा खेलने को। ओ दादा इतना का घुमा घुमा के लेकर जा रहे हो? ले वुल्फ भी पीछे पड़ गए। जाए ले ये 500 साल लगाएगा ये घोड़ा मेरे को वहाँ पर पहुँचाने के लिए। इससे अच्छा मैं ही जाता हूँ शॉर्टकट मार मार के। इला साला 6 घंटा लगाएगा पहुँचाने को। लो अटक के आ गए। अल्फगर, ओके यहाँ पर अल्फगर रहता है। लो मिल गया। इसके ऊपर भी शक है मेरे को वैसे।
Welcome to my estate, old friend.
Thane Elfgard. It's an impressive amount of land you oversee.
Quite right. I often get lost swimming to my island in this flowing sea of wheat.
हाँ बे फटे पैसा इसके पास। You are quite a
You're flush
wealth.
with land and crops, to be sure. You're a brave man to flaunt your riches from this lonely hill.
It's not bravery, it's trust. I trust the respect I've earned keeps Saxon and Dane alike from temptation.
You said you had something to show me when we last spoke. What did you mean?
Yes, I did. Observe. This fine specimen belonged to our beloved elderman, Gunbeort, before his untimely passing. He left it here when we last hunted together. I now wish you to have it.
It's a beautiful weapon, finely crafted. Thank you.
I thought you might like it. Now, take it and come hither. I have a rousing hunt planned for the two of us. Leave aside talk of politics and shire moots. Let us enjoy the fruits of my land together.
We're hunting or fruit picking?
Both, if you like. Whatever you fancy. I'm generous with the yields of my estate, as you will see. To be plain, Eivor, a great bear has been badgering my estate for weeks. I must do away with it, if only to prevent a future tragedy.
You brought me here to hunt a bear?
Yes, and I'm so pleased you agreed to come. Yes, and I'm so pleased you agreed to come. I suspect you know better than most that I have what it takes to lead this shire. Though its line of kings is all but ended, the people of this land still teems with life, with promise. Today, the shire languishes. It needs the guidance of new blood.
Like me.
Sorry?
I'm the definition of new blood. It may be I should put my name in for Elderman.
Ah, there it is, that dark sense of humor. Blunt as a hammer, eh? Like the one carried by your thunder god. I don't recall the name.
Go on.
What I mean to say is, I enjoy the company of your people. Or people like you. What little I've seen of them. And I don't care what stuffy fools like Herefriv and Hunwald say. You Danes are damned decent people. Not dense at all.
Kind of you to notice.
I remember when the Danes first arrived, not long ago. The locals were terrified, not of being raided, but of their...
Are we hunting, Alfgard? Or is it your hope that I'll braid your hair?
Hunting, definitely! The bear's lair should be nearby. My old friend Grim. How wonderful to see you here. What a pleasant surprise.
What surprise? I came as you requested.
Yes, and how is Grimsby? How are all the other Danes?
I can't speak for all Danes, but I am well, and itching for a hunt as you made plain in your message this morning.
Yes, that's right. Very good. Speaking of Danes, I'd like to introduce you to Eivor. Perhaps you know each other, as one Dane to another.
I'm Norse, actually. Something you might learn by asking. Well met, Grim. Glad to have you along.
Hey, Eivor. Did he lure you here as well with the promise of a hunt?
Yes, hunting a bear. That's the point of all this. We're hunting, I promise.
There's a cave just up the hill there. Seems a likely place for a lair.
If the beast is as large as Elfgard claims, it'll take all three of us to bring it down.
I'm game. Let's get a new fur cloak, shall we? There's all manner of beasts in this forest. If we don't find the bear, we'll find something worth our supper.
I have a divine rule over the land on my estate. God shall provide. Have no worry.
This is the threshold of the beast's home. There's no doubting that. Wolves.
च्या मायला बेर बोलून वुल्फ होते आतमध्ये लोचा आहे किधर तो
That smoke! My God! My estate is burning like a twig.
Soon to be a sea of fire.
Eivor, you're skilled enough, and I can't tell you how to handle this, but please, my God, help me with this. I'm in this fight with you.
ओ तेरी, इधर तो पूरा का पूरा आग लग गया।
This area is off limits.
तुम्हारी ओ यार, इधर भी मार रहे लोग को। Come on, hit it up, nigga.
The men who would see you burn are dead. Let's get these fires out.
Agreed.
इसको भी मारने को आ गए तो पोप रहेगा फिर करामती। वही होएगा।
What a mess. A sea of ashes. I thank you, Eivor, for doing what you could.
You're a man of many riches, Alfgar. You can rebuild.
To be sure. But I do not look forward to the toilet. Sweet Lord in heaven! The bear is returned!
The Shire move will start soon. I should return to Lincoln to see that it goes well.
Away, beast! Away! You won't trouble me any longer!
Alfgar! Careful!
There, you see? Didn't I promise you a rousing hunt? Brilliant! Simply brilliant!
मेरे को इसके ऊपर शक हो गया था, साला सच बोल रहा था। फिर 100% वही है, फिर देखना पड़ेगा वो भी है कि नहीं। लेट्स सी। 700 मीटर जाना है, वहाँ पर पता चलेगा कि कैसा क्या सीन है। वो एक उसको भी मारने को आ गए थे, इसको भी मारने आ गए। लेट मी सी व्हाट्स द इशू। समथिंग्स फिशी। यही पे पता चलेगा। एक के पास खबर रहेगी, अगर उसके साथ कोई दिखा ना, साले को जगह पे ठोक दूंगा। ओ आंटी
Archer, is everything ready?
The Shire moot will soon begin. Will you join us, Eivor? We'd be comforted by your presence.
Yes, I'm curious to see this Shire moot for myself. I'll follow.
फॉलो चीज से नफरत एकदम भाई ये चलने का मन ही नहीं करता तो इतना लेंथी गेम बनाया है
When will the boat begin, Abbess?
12 able lords of Lincolnshire have already cast their stones, but they have reached a tie. 4 votes for each man. It now falls to you to break this impasse.
Me? By whose order?
You have earned the trust of our 3 candidates, it seems. Even our bishop has found a certain fondness for your hardy spirit.
How do you counsel my vote? The new alderman's life will be in danger.
It's not an easy choice to make, but I will choose with care. I promise.
I pray that God guides your vote today, and not the devil, as I fear.
Days like this, I miss the walls.
How are you, Lord?
Have I heard aright that you have come to break us from our deadlock?
I have, Lord. Have you any advice before I vote?
Lord Hundbaelor was a bold and honest man, if somewhat reckless. I see the same qualities in his son. Therefore, Hunwald is my man.
ये तो बराबर बोला
King Ceolwulf's attendant, aren't you?
Aye. The king sends his love and support. Whatever happens here today shall have his full blessing.
He's learning fast. Good man.
A vote for Hunwald will return the House of the Ferocious Swan to its full...
How fare you, Lord?
My prayers are fervent and my will is strong, Eivor. If I am Elderman, I will bring joy to this Shire.
There's more to good leadership than merrymaking. You must be strong and stern and willing to take risks.
Of course, of course. Strength and wisdom and fortitude and all that. I shall rise above the peat moss of mediocrity. Have no fear.
That's good to hear.
A vote for Hunwald will return the House of the Ferocious Swan to its former glory.
Good evening, Alfgard.
Eivor, I hope it's not untoward of me to solicit your support. but I do
बिजनेसमैन
need
कम
it.
वॉरियर यार
The vote is closer than a cat's whistle.
It's a difficult choice, Alfgard. Know that I won't make it lightly.
Good, good. But let me say unreservedly that I am the man who will lead Lincolnshire into progress and victory.
I don't doubt your convictions, Lord.
इसको
Grim, good to see you again.
A hearty hello, Dringer. Seems Britain is getting quite used to the idea of Danes stalking her shores.
Where do you fall in this contest, Grim? Alfgard is a friend of yours, is he not?
He is, and a good man as well. But I cast my stone for the bishop.
The bishop? That's an odd strategy.
These Christians are easy to nudge about. So desperate they are to avoid a good fight, they'll agree to most anything a Dane says.
Bishop,
Eivor, I must thank you for your fearless participation in our moot.
I'm surprised to hear you vouch for me, Bishop.
I surprised myself, to be honest. But I felt it would be a good test of God's faith in my judgment. Under my guidance, this Shire is crawling back from a decade of lawlessness. God knows the love that lives in my heart for the people of Lincolnshire. I pray now that he guides your hand accordingly.
Quite a gambit, Bishop. Mad enough to work, it may be.
Well then, I thank you for what it's worth. God go with you.
Three men, three possible futures.
Okay, Odin आ गया.
Puppets will dance best when you call upon them. It's not for myself I must cast this stone, but for my clan. Who will serve us best in a time of true need? You can never be certain where you stand in another's heart. Choose only for yourself. All three have... strengths and weaknesses.
इसको ही दे देता हूँ, इसके बाप का तो था.
Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need. Though tinged with arrogance, Alfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good ealdorman, but a faithful ally. The bishop can be stuffy and wallows in Christian piety. But he is wisest of the three, and has already proven himself. Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need.
यही.
Lead your Shire with pride, ferocious one.
It is decreed by this lawful Shire moot that the Ealdorman of Lincolnshire shall be son of our dear and departed Lord Hundbjorn, Lord Hunwald of Lincolnshire.
एक नंबर.
I don't know what to say. I thank you. Deeply, madly, humbly. What more can I say? I don't know. I miss my father. I'd sooner see him standing here than... Well, I will do my best. For each and every one of you.
Let us all raise our cups. A toast to our new Ealdorman. As all well know, this Shire moot's decision is not final, but advisory. It now falls to our newly anointed King Ceolwulf to ratify our choice. To this end, we need not worry. Ceolwulf is a friend to Saxon and Dane alike, and he is sure to approve the result.
लगा ही था.
Our good and
Oh,
noble
freak
friend,
out,
Arthur's
nigga.
with.
A septic rot has overtaken this Shire. A sickness for which there is
केले का
only one
छिलका.
cure.
Your Grace, what is this?
Nobles of Lincolnshire, stand fast!
For the glory of the ancients, leave none alive!
इसको तो अलग से पेलूंगा मैं. ओ तेरी
Is this how that guard welcomes a new Elderman? Bastard bishop. What's his endgame?
की माँ का ओ कौन मर गया?
This one's gone. Find those who still draw breath. Polish your ass, Wunwald. The Alderman's seat is yours. As your war council, I suggest you waste no time in catching this grief tosser. He won't be far.
We should first bury our dead, no?
That choice is yours to make, Alderman.
Yes. Yes, of course. We'll bury our dead, then raise a feared.
I am at a loss for words. A trusted man of the cloth. I will pray for these martyrs, and tend to the remaining wounded, until the last man walks free.
Be well, Archer.
And you, Eivor. May God, or the gods, protect you.
अभी बस उसको पेलना बाकी है। एल्ड्रोमैन उसको भी पकड़ना है।
What news, Wunwald?
We've learned that Herewrith rode for the fort at Annikastre following the massacre. I have assembled a field there. Quite a large one, in fact. They eagerly await your orders, Eivor.
You mean your orders, Elderman?
Ah, yes, that's right. My orders. Which are what, exactly?
Who can say? Ride with me to your camp, and we'll find out together.
Herewrith was a friend of my father's and always so dear to me. I don't understand what possessed him.
He invoked the name of an ancient order before his men attacked. I know exactly what possessed him.
Do you?
It's not a story for now.
This will send waves of disgust through all the parishes of Mercia. Herefrith is a new and ugly stain on the bishopric.
Your Christ was an interesting man, if a little soft. But stranger still, I've met so few Christians like him.
Today has been a boon, Eivor. In spite of everything, I now know my father's spirit still burns within me. It's thanks to you I know this. When songs are sung of the day Lincolnshire was saved, your name will ripple through every stanza.
Don't be hasty, Hunwald. One verse of our song remains unsung. The din of battle beckons.
You pagans and your appetite for battle. I certainly don't share it. I worry what diabolical feast the bishop has in store.
Don't let that poxy bishop worry you. With Eivor beside us, he'll be victuals before long. How has Atcha taken all this? She and Herevrik were so close.
She must feel as though the devil himself attacked her monastery. The poor lady.
We spoke briefly. Her spirits were low, but her work carried on. I think she'll be fine.
Manipulated. Here's the camp, do you see? The Fyrd will soon be ready.
Our warsmith has arrived. The Fyrds are ready to fight.
Chieftain Eivor, can we win this fight with the men you see assembled here?
If they fight with the bravery of double their number, we may.
And is there room in your Valhalla for a ferocious swan?
Of course. Let fly your glorious banner.
Are we ready then?
We attack now. Ready the Fyrd.
Our first task will be to breach the outer wall. Then we deal with the troops inside.
Here's the camp, do you see?
Okay, it's going to be a battle. ये वाला वॉर खेलने में बहुत मजा आता है गेम में. चलो पहले मैं काम करता हूँ. अंदर जाके इधर से मार के उधर से. अरे यार जगह ही नहीं अंदर जाने की. मजाक हो रहा था. चलो एक टूट गया, आगे बढ़ता हूँ. यार ये एक्सप्लोजन भी नहीं काम आया. एक नंबर. और माँ की यार कितने जन को मार डाले ये लोगों ने।
Challenge at last.
फॉर ऑनर की तरह फीलिंग आ रही है एकदम।
Point me to the bishop. No one else need die today.
He's in the chapel there, hiding away. The scoundrel's coward.
Let no one leave that church without facing judgment.
कहीं से तो एंट्री होगी। यार मर तेरी माँ का।
I died the day I hid behind these robes, this cross. To bring the light of my order to a wider view, I debased myself. Clawed my way to the top of this common religion, full of common men. I should have lived as the ancient did.
That's the folly of mankind, Hidavi. We wallow in our failures like happy pigs in a sty of shit. We should have learned to enjoy it.
Idien campo into septimo, iluculo electae, ner pester tempus sepunt, vidi actus acertas.
एक नंबर। वर्ल्ड से मिलना है, बस उसको तो मार दिया। वो भी ऑर्डर का ही बंदा था ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है। एक मिनट देख लेता हूँ ज़रा, वो ऑर्डर का बंदा था। एक्चुअली मैं नहीं था वो ऑर्डर का बंदा, अब देख सकते हो। नहीं है ना यार, बिशप ऑर्डर का ही बंदा है। ओके, ये भी मुझे मिल गया है, इसको अपन बाद में मारते, पहले वर्ल्ड से मिल लेता हूँ सबसे बेस्ट।
Is the bishop dead?
Met too little and talked too much. Now he's gone.
I won't miss him. But Atcha will need some time to grieve.
Lincolnshire is yours to lead, Elderman. The hardest fight begins now.
The din of battle still rings in my ears. I think I now know what it means to be a leader.
Good.
I would ask a favor, if I could.
Name it.
As Elderman, my life may be a dangerous one. For a time, anyway. Would you allow my Swanborough to take refuge in your settlement? At least until I feel all danger has passed.
We'd be happy to have her.
Thank you, my sturdy Norse berserker. The mead halls of my shire will be lonely without you stomping about.
Our people are bonded now. We must look out for one another.
Blast it. I am a horror with goodbyes.
It'll do for now. Now it seems the wind calls me back to Ranji.
एक नंबर स्वॉर्ड शोवर इन एंसेस्टर कंप्लीट हो चुका है। अब मेरे पास दो मिस्ट्री पॉइंट है मेरे ख्याल से। यस, वो लेते हैं। और अभी मुझे रणवी को रिपोर्ट करने जाना है, तो सबसे पहले मैं काम करता हूँ, स्किल जो आई है 2 वो लगा लेता हूँ वुल्फ के अंदर और एक रेवन मिस्ट्री के अंदर। और हम चलते हैं रणवी के पास, वो है यहाँ पर। लेट्स फास्ट ट्रैवल, उसको रिपोर्ट करेंगे तो अगली कौन सी जगह जाने का रहेगा वो डिसाइड करके वहाँ पर चले जाएंगे फिर। और गेम बहुत ज़बरदस्त बनाया है यार, फाइटिंग थोड़ी और स्किल, थोड़ा सा एक्शन और ज़्यादा रहता तो और मज़ा आ जाता। फाइट की टेक्निक्स बहुत कम बताई है गेम में। पिछली बार मतलब ठीक है, ओरिजिन्स और ओडिसी से तो ज़्यादा ही है, और वो दोनों के हिसाब से इसका गेम प्ले बहुत ज़्यादा आसान लगा है मुझे। ओडिसी में तो मैं वो जो क्या बोलते हैं उनको, बाउंटी हंटर्स रहते हैं जो, उनको मारना इतना आसान नहीं था जितना इसमें आसान है। इसमें क्या वो R1 वाला जो 3 तीर लेकर एक ही साथ सर में मारो या छाती में मारो, कहीं भी एक ही शॉट में मर जाता है, उससे मुझे बहुत फ़ायदा हुआ है। बट पहले के गेम में वैसा कुछ था ही नहीं। यार लोडिंग हो जाए यार। ये छोटे डैगर से मारने को कुछ नहीं, लेकिन साला जब कोई आसपास में थोड़ा भी लंबा रहता है ना तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है मारने के लिए। ओके, हम हमारे एरिया में पहुंच चुके हैं। मुझे बच्चे को भी मच्छी बिच्छी पकड़ के देनी है, वो बाद में दूंगा। फिलहाल तो रेनवी के पास जाना है मेरे को। कहाँ घुस गया मैं भी।
Eivor,
Lincolnshire is a friend to us.
wonderful news. And who is our ally there?
The boy Hunwald is the new Ealdorman of Lincolnshire. He has sworn allegiance to us.
The loud one, an Ealdorman? Well, should he ever wish to call for aid, he need only shout.
एक नंबर, ये भी अपने पास ही आ गई है जगह। चिलो फाइड एकदम। अभी और कौन सी जगह? अबे बहुत बाकी है यार, एक दो तो बाकी है, दो बाकी है।
I want to see the Alliance, man.
कहाँ जाऊँ? इधर ही जाता हूँ।
What of Essex?
We received a summons from the Ealdorman and his Lady of Colchester, requesting you specifically for a matter of great secrecy.
Foreboding. And who is this Ealdorman? One of King Alfred's lackeys?
According to my scouts, he is a man who cares more for his own indulgences than the safety of his people. Approach with care.
चलो इस बार यहाँ पर जाते हैं।
I will leave at once.
An alliance in Essex would be invaluable, but go with caution.
अरे कॉशन वो लोग को लगेगा, अपने को नहीं दादा। ये क्या आइटम है?
Message has come.
अब बोचनों ने भेजा है। ये पढ़ना जरूरी है क्या? ये मैंने विली के तरफ से आया हुआ है। ओह, उसने कुछ भेजा है, एक्स भेजा है बंदे ने। ओके, ग्रीन फ्रॉम ग्रो कर एक्सपैंड करना है। देखता हूँ एक्सपेंशन के अपने पास सामान है कि नहीं, वो भी मुझे इतना याद नहीं है। तो यहाँ पर तो लिख कर दे रहा था है करके, तो ऑब्वियसली इसको एक्सपेंशन में ग्रीन फार्म करना बहुत ज़रूरी है मेरे लिए। लेट्स डू इट। 200 है अपने पास। लेट्स सी। ये मेरे ख्याल से अल्टीमेट लेवल पे पहुंच गया है। ये है अबे हुनवोल्ड की बीवी का घर है ये आइटम। इधर जाते उसको घर बना के देने का शायद से। ओ दादा, इसी जगह पे रह रही है बंदी। हाँ देख लिया तेरे को।
Swanborough, you made it.
I did. I should send a letter to Hunwell to give him the news. Oh, you know how he frets over me.
He misses you, that is certain. But as Elderman, he cannot afford to let his grief overpower him.
I pray he fares well. I adore the lad, but I worry the burden will be too great.
He should be fine. He has the heart of a leader. Now come, settle in and enjoy your new home.
ओके, इसकी झोपड़ी को डील करना है अच्छे खासे घर में, नहीं तो मार्केट में अपनी इज्जत नहीं रहेगी। इतनी किंग की होने वाली बीवी है, ऐसा रखूंगा तो अच्छा नहीं लगता। चलो इसको भी घर बना के दिए। पैसे तो कम बचे मेरे ख्याल से।
I cleared Winchester.
Your poor fellow soldier led you to the King of Wessex? How very strange. He, or she, is toying with you, it seems.
15 है भी नहीं मेरे पास।
Then go in peace.
And only because you all have such good taste. Now, this one begins a long time ago at the desert oasis.
Survey the area, see them.
यार सब तो अच्छे से बिल्ड करके रखा हो, मुझे तो लगता भी नहीं है कुछ बाकी है। कुछ नहीं, बाद में देख लेंगे, अभी फिलहाल चलते हैं मेन मिशन की तरफ। यहाँ पर पहुँचना है हमें। लेट्स फास्ट ट्रैवल।
Stretch your wings.
Con
Seems Alderman Bierstan has made this ruin his longhouse.
Wise man.
Lord?
Ah, a heroic-looking Dane in our midst.
I'm looking for Bierstan, the Alderman of the Shire.
Our lord is not at home, but his wife is receiving visitors upstairs, in her usual fashion. If you speak with her, pass on that we've run out of ale. Why is my cup empty?
Perhaps because you have drunk the barrel dry?
Damn Bierstan. His household is as poorly run as his land.
Estrid is a good wife. Far better than he deserves.
You would say that, Adrian. Your wife acts like a sow in a skirt.
My sweater run is a worthy woman, you coxcomb. She's an excellent cook.
With a fine nose for truffles.
If Bierstan does not return soon, wine will not be the only thing spilled upon his floors.
Now, gentlemen, everyone is fractious with this waiting. Let us be civil at least.
Bierston's Thanes disrespect you, lady.
You! Guards will come at one cry from me!
Sheathe your blade, lady. I'm Eivor of the Raven Clan, here at your husband's request.
Another Dane. I am Estrid, wife of the Lord of Essex. As you may have heard, my lord is not at home.
If he's away, I'll speak to you.
Oh, that you could, Eivor. For I am sure this hall would shake with our merry wit. But your accord must be reached with him.
You don't strike me as a meek Saxon wife.
Do you yet see an ember of my Frankish fire, Ravenwalker? Perhaps it dances in my eyes?
I'm wary of rounding up Saxons. Is your husband stolen, drunk, or wayward?
He'll be stalking the woodlands today, hunting game and ignoring the vital affairs of Essex. One such affair is why we called for you.
If I can find him, I'll remind him of his duties.
Ah, such would be a miracle. His favorite haunt is southwest of here. The lavender fields there attract the prey, God help him.
With luck, he hasn't been eaten, but I'll return either way.
Patience is a godly virtue, Adred.
Even the saints were tired of waiting for Bierstan.
Hunting is a fine sport. I hope the Elderman has not become the prey. No good comes from a camp this bloody. The remains of the hunting party. This one was savaged by a large animal. They were caught off guard as they supped. They were attacked by a beast. Something strong enough to kill a horse. Some large prey left these tracks in the grass. The hunters were prey to a large beast or two. I can only hope that Bjersten still lives.
ओके तो मेरे ख्याल से बैर मार के, लेकिन बैर इतना घोड़ा बिड़ा थोड़ी खाता है। देखता हूँ कौन है उधर। बैर थोड़ी घोड़ा खाएगा यार। ये कौन है? एक one shot kill.
Well fought, friend. I would not have survived this ambush without you. You have my gratitude to stumble upon me in my moment of greatest peril. Perhaps you were God sent.
I'm Estrid sent. Your wife and the Thanes of Essex both want your balls on a blacksmith's anvil.
When do they not? You could return and report that the savage Claw took me. Poor Bierstam, his exit pursued by a bear.
And make the beast Lord of Essex in your stead.
Okay.
No doubt my Estrid would prefer his velvet paws to my calloused hands. So, who are you? A sellsword?
अरे केले तुमने तो बुलाया था।
I am Eivor of the Raven clan. You hinted at an alliance for the loan of my unique talents.
Blood, yes. Let us return to Colchester at once, and we'll speak more of the delicate matter on my mind. I'm glad you answered my summons. I did not expect such a skilled fighter.
It's good I came when I did. We lost many men on this hunt.
Good men, all. They will have the proper rights, and their families will be cared for.
Your people sacrificed much. Your people sacrificed much for your sport.
They did. There is no balm for my tortured heart.
Why did you ask me here?
Do you believe in true love, Eivor?
I have loved.
But have you truly? Has a longing burned in your breast, a sweet lingering pain, paralyzing you with its sting?
There's pain enough in battle. I'm not seeking out love.
I long for it.
क्या dialogue मारा है?
Fight softly won. My wife Estrid lacks fire. She is a fish out of water, cold, dead.
She showed great passion when I met her, keeping our Thanes in check.
Oh, they love her, it is true. Some with too much devotion.
आ रहा हूँ।
Oh, they love her, it is true. Some with too much devotion. And I have not been a good and attentive husband. I have always been a plucked goose in matters of love. And a piss-poor ruler to boot.
Strong must be the hand that steers the ship, Bjersten.
My hand would rather tug the catgut of a well-crafted bow. My eyes narrowing at the sight of prey.
Aye, a crown sits heavy on the head.
Then let us run wild and free in the woods as the wolves do. Live on our wits, prowl and stalk and feast.
You have a romantic way about you, Bjersten.
Do not fret. My guards will not worry you when we are together.
You mismark me if you think I'm capable of worry. Have you built your city in the ruins of another?
No, these builders are lost to the annals of time. far advanced of the Saxon hovels of Wattle and Daub, I have ambition to build a great palace myself, with mosaics and balmy courtyards.
What stops you?
That which stops all but the most creative minds. Coin, imagination, talent.
And your people? Is Essex happy?
That is a question I never really pondered. I suppose they are. I hope they are. Alfred believes I rule like a chickless hen, flapping and squawking over nothing but the farmer's dinner.
He interferes?
No. He disapproves. Is that not infinitely worse? But look.
मैं नहीं रहता तो आज मर जाता था.
Ready to help me fend off the spears of their displeasure?
Let them speak their woes. I'll advise you if I can.
Who is this owl, Bearston, that twitters in your ear?
An advisor, nothing more. Here to help Essex navigate her brewing storms. Now, my dear brethren, Adrid, perhaps you will start us off. What troubles you?
You're a disgrace, Bearstan. Couldn't get a sow pissed in an alehouse. Alfred's men are crawling all over Essex.
King Alfred, yes. Though it is within his right, the constant presence of his men is certainly an issue.
Are they men or babes? If Alfred meddles in the affairs of Essex, send his men home in shrouds.
Ah, we should challenge his right to rule. Was not Essex once a thriving kingdom of its own? We should fight, yes, fight! And you, Wyatt, what do you say?
Your preparations for the Lammas Festival. How can you think of spending so much coin when your people are starving?
He should put his own ham fist in his purse and contribute coin to the festival.
Yes, you worry about the cost of such a festival, one that thanks God for our great harvest, and contribute your own coin then. And Aldrich, do you yap like a she-hound as Adrid does?
You know my thoughts, Bearston. The fear. How can we give men to Alfred for his wars when our harvest suffers day by day?
Refuse to send your men. Let Alfred's people die for his hopeless cause against the Norse.
Then we refuse.
Refuse our king? Has madness taken your wits, Bearston?
There. Have I not answered all your questions?
You are a stain on this shire, Bearstan. Useless.
Useless?
That's right. Yet still you haunt my hall. Be gone. I haven't time for your squabbling. That ceased their prattling. A fine outcome, Abel. The very soul of balance.
A firm hand is all you need, Bearston. Whether on your hunting bow or on your helm.
All this talk of hunting makes me long for the woods.
Your wife awaits, Bearston. Aren't you worried some other man will drench your sheets with his sweat?
Ha! She does as she must. As do I.
You have done the impossible, Dane. Returned my errant gander to his coop.
My pettish love. Such a stormy countenance clouds the sun of my return.
Your thanes drank the ale the abbot gifted us. All of it.
Now that is a tragedy my heart will not easily overcome.
If he looked at me with the same affection he shows for hunting deer, our marriage might have survived.
I notice your love has gone sour. Was it fresher than this?
There is so little difference between love and hate. It's difficult to say where the sourness comes from.
So, what do you need of me?
Our affairs are more of heart than of state, Eivor. What little passion there was between us faded into bickering long ago.
We would have our freedom, Eivor. I from my wife, and my wife from Essex.
I'm too sharp a weapon for so soft a task. Why not part and be done with it?
Oh, were I a Dane, and divorce as simple as a slit throat. But it's not so easy as that.
Explain yourselves, clear and plain, and I will do it. The poetry here is mind mud.
We had a plan, a simple plan. A woman lost and a woman found.
Some time ago, we paid a Dane to kidnap me and ferry me safely to Francia. As you can see, he did not deliver.
He was certainly thorough in other regards.
Some Norse can be quick to take coin and slow to earn it. If I give my word, it is not broken.
Could we try the kidnap again? Much of the planning is done. It would only take a more trustworthy overseer.
It should be a bold venture if we do. Loud and brash and seen by all.
During our Llamas festival, merry peasants and guards with wandering eyes.
Your return to Francia would need a swift ship, with a captain ready to leave England.
We could ask him.
I would have thought his steed and seamen spent.
Come find me in the market, Eivor. Our unwelcome guests require food and ale to soften their anger.
My wife is a gracious and attentive host, Eivor. The only thing that keeps my braying thanes at bay.
And the woman found?
A darling Maybud, Ulvida, my childhood sweetheart. I left her 20 years ago in Malden to marry my prickled pear.
20 years? Can an ember so cold be reignited?
We can hope. You must fan the flame. Find her, bring her to my lakeside cottage, and light a bonfire there. I will know to come. I believe she lived in the last house in Malden. A small, sweet place where fond memories were made.
I will do as you both ask, and ask Freya for success in this love game.
Good luck in your endeavors, Eivor. I pray you find my Alvida with a fair face and a yearning heart.
Now, should I look for Alvida first, or meet with Estrid at the marketplace?
थैंक यू गाइस फॉर वाचिंग द लाइव. अभी स्ट्रीमिंग बंद करने जा रहा हूँ दोस्तों. सी यू अप सून विद नेक्स्ट गेम प्ले एंड नेक्स्ट वॉक थ्रू. सी यू अप सून. होला सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए और कमेंट कीजिए दोस्तों. सी यू अप सून.